because I'm learning this WebEx. I'm completely familiar with GoToMeeting and with Zoom, but WebEx, I've installed it today, and we're trying to become familiar with it because I'm sure there's other offices using it as well. I'm going to go back to where I started. The beautiful thing about the apps, and I guess we could sort of start to officially start now. If you want to turn on the recording,
Yes, the recording is on now.
Okay, so the recording has started, and we're going to get right into networking, and I'm going to more properly introduce myself as time goes on, but I've been a broker for 48 years. I'm a CCIM, certified commercial investment member, a CIPS, a certified international property specialist, and been doing real estate for 48 years and working for 24 years helping brokers network information on the internet, which is almost like magic. People, it's like magic. People are putting things on here, getting calls. One gentleman put a group home on here 2 weeks ago. He joined 3 days later, put the group home on. He got 6 calls and he sold it. It was that fast. And part of the reason is we built 700,000 links over the last 24 years that are linking to everything here. And there's a tremendous penetration of the marketplace for people to click on the mobile apps, which we have. I recommend you all go to your mobile phones and install it. You go to the App Store or to the Play Store and you can install it. In fact, everyone can do this now. If you open the app on your phone, and I'm going to wait for a moment until everyone opens the app on your phones. Can you all open the ICIWorld app on your mobile phones? And when you have it open, can you please say the word done? When you say that, I know there's 4 people in the room at the moment, if I'm not mistaken, and it would be good if we could have everyone have the app open on their mobile phones.
Yeah, we have done.
Done.
Okay, so I've got 2 dones, and the other 2, have you got them?
Yeah, I'm on the app here. Yeah.
Okay, very good. And there is one other person there as well?
Done.
Okay, so we've all got it. So we're all together. So basically, it takes 1 second to open the app. It might take 2 or 3, but I'm going to call it 1 second to open the app. Am I right or wrong?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so once you have the app on your phone, it takes 1 second to open. Now let's click on, everyone click on search commercial on your mobile phones. And you should, and just say the word done once you see the same screen I have.
Done.
Yeah,
Done.
done.
I've got 2 dones.
Done.
Okay, thank you so much. And when you go down to the bottom of this form, you'll see the search database down at the bottom. Go ahead and click on it and see if everybody gets this 906 up at the top.
Got it.
Done.
I got 2.
Got it.
Okay, good show. So these are the listings that are coming in every single day. And these are not necessarily listings. It could be somebody that says, I want to sell my bakery, like this one here, for instance, the 4th one down. I want to sell my bakery, but I don't want to give you a listing, but I will pay you a commission. There is a very special way to network that kind of information on ICIWorld. We are a specialist in networking information. Yes, you can advertise your regular MLS listings, and brokers do, but 75% of the information that you see here today is actually not on any other service. It's not on MLS. It's not on Kijiji. It's not on social media. It's not on any other service, just ICIWorld. Only licensed real estate brokers and salespeople can join the ICIWorld Association of Real Estate Brokers and Salespeople. And we have been building this database for the last 24 years. And it's really been the last year and a half that we've really been able to design things to be a lot nicer than what we've ever done in the past as we learn how to do it better and better for you to serve the public. Now, if you click on, let's click on the bakery just for fun, everyone. And you should see the date on the listing. And what is the date on the listing?
Today's date.
June 15.
That's right. And that happens to be today. So in other words, you can see that there's new information coming in every single day. Now there's a special item called control. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Control where?
And can everyone see the word exclusive?
Yes.
So in other words, this is not on the Toronto Real Estate Board. This is exclusive information on the ICIWorld Association of Real Estate Brokers and Salespeople. So we're recommending that every day or every 2-3 days, a minimum of once a week, you should be checking, opening up the app and check the latest listings coming in for a couple of different reasons. I have a question for each and every one of you. By tomorrow at 5 o'clock, if you wanted to, could you go to a bakery to get something for the family? Could you do it?
Yes.
And when you go to the bakery, could you ask to speak to the owner of the bakery?
Why not?
Now, if the owner is not there, you can leave your business card and ask them to call you back. But if the owner is there, they're going to come to the front counter and they're going to say, "May I help you?" At that point, we recommend that you hand them your business card and introduce yourself while you're buying something. And then you can all write this question down. And what I'm about to share with you over the next 10 minutes has helped brokers make tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars. We have brokers that have made over $1 million now, $200,000 and $300,000 checks brokers are getting. It's a result of the contacts that brokers are making. Also, we've done deals that are over $50 million, higher than the Toronto Regional Real Estate Board. So what I'm about to share with you can help you make a lot of money from zero right up to $100,000, and you can be doing it tomorrow. Watch, stay with me, and you be the judge whether this is possible or not, what I'm about to share with you. Is everyone ready?
Yes.
Okay, I only hear one yes, though. Is everybody still in the room?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, thank
I'm
you.
ready. I'm ready.
That's what I love to hear. That helps inspire me, if you don't mind. So the first question that you're going to ask, and this can go for any business at all, anywhere that somebody that you go into, maybe you go to a pharmacy today, you could ask to speak to the owner. If you go into a restaurant this weekend, ask to speak to the owner. If you get your car washed while you're going through the car wash, ask to speak to the owner. So the same principle that I'm showing you here, how to do business with information, is the same that you're going to use with all businesses in Toronto, Greater Toronto area, which where everyone seems to be in. But this works in Florida, works in California, works in any state or province, any city in the world. Ask the owner, and here's the first question: may I ask you a business question? If you want, you can write it down. May I ask you a business question? This is after you introduce yourself with your business card and maybe you order some goods and say, may I ask you a business question? And they're going to say, sure, go ahead. And then you ask this next question. If I was to get you the price you wanted, would you consider selling? Shall I repeat that?
Yes.
If I was to get you the price you wanted, would you consider selling? When everyone's got it written down, just say the word done. When I hear 3 dones, I'll move on.
Done.
Yeah, done.
I got one more done to wait for there.
Pauline, Tina, are you on it?
Okay, I think there was a lady there. I wanted to make sure
Pauline
she's,
and there's a Tina, the two ladies there.
is she there?
Pauline, Tina, if you are muted, you have to unmute yourself.
Done.
Okay, thank you so much. Now watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to go back here and I'm going to go all the way back to our main page and I'm going to click on business opportunities. You could do that on your phones now too if you wanted to, and change the haves and the wants to a want. So we're looking at business opportunities for wants. In the essence of time, I'm not going to expand the age, but we're only demonstrating listings less than 3 months old. These are all 90-day hot listings on the market. People ready, willing, and able to buy. We're changing it to a want for business opportunities. I'm going down to the bottom and searching the database. And everyone who does residential real estate, stay with me. I'm going to show you how you can be making money. Big time. And you're going to see a list of 109 buyers on the screen. Results, 1 of 109. And the first one, the buyer's looking for a Burger King, a Taco Bell. And you'll see there's people looking to buy hotels, motels, gas stations, restaurants, daycare centers, you name it. It's here. People looking for all kinds of businesses, every kind of business you can think of. They're here. Popeyes franchises, pizza places. Let's talk about the first one. Same thing here. If you ever went into, let's say, a Boston Pizza, could you ask to speak to the owner? Of course you can. If they're there, not there, you leave your card. If they are there, you ask them the same thing. May I ask you a business question? If I was to get you the price you wanted, would you consider selling? Now, the owner at this point, for any business, when you ask these questions, they either going to answer yes or no. Am I right or wrong?
Yes, yes.
Now, if they say no, they might say, no, not at this time. But if I ever change my mind, I'll call you back. I'll tell you, they will keep your business card. In fact, you'll see how they squeeze it in their fingers because someday when they want to sell, they want to make sure they get the best price and they're going to include you someday. They could call you back in 2 years, 2 months, 2 days. You never know when they're going to end up calling you back. So this is very exciting because even when they answer no, you have planted a seed for your career, for your business and real estate practice. You have planted a seed that might come up someday for you just by asking one free question of an owner of a business. Now, what's exciting about this too is that every business owner also owns a residential home. You will be surprised that this can be a lead-in, and I'm just going to go ahead and cancel that. This can be a lead-in to doing residential business with that particular owner of that property as well. So it gives you an opportunity to do both. You could even put your running shoes on and go down Bloor Street and go into every business one at a time and go in to talk to each owner and say, hello, I just happen to be working in the area and I thought I would introduce myself and my website. We sell real estate in the area. And here's my business card. But I'd like to ask you one business question. Would you consider, if I could get you the right price, would you consider selling? You will be surprised at the answers you're going to get. Now, the one answer, of course, is no, not at this time, but I'll call you back later. But the other answer is, well, yes, as a matter of fact, you bring me in $4.2 million for my hotel. You bring me in 1.2 million for my pharmacy. You bring me in $400,000 for my restaurant. You bring me in 2.5 million for my car wash, and I'll sell it today, but I don't want to give you a listing. They all say that. Am I right or wrong?
Absolutely. Yes.
When they say that, we have three very, very special questions to ask that owner. In the knowledge that you have, this is knowledge, what you see on the screen. This is information. These are links to brokers who are working with buyers who are ready, willing, and able to buy a business today. That means if you could call one of these brokers, there's somebody that wants a dental clinic, and we sell dental clinics. The brokers are reporting to me they're selling all these kinds of properties. If you're a residential agent, I'm going to show you in a moment how you can be doing a referral to a broker that sells commercial real estate and making a 25% referral commission. Or you can call a broker salesperson in your office that does commercial real estate and ask them to split the listing with you. There's different ways you can do business as a residential agent by asking one free question. Because if the commission's $100,000 on one of these and it's split 50,000 to the listing agent, you would be on the listing side of it because you identified an owner who wants to sell. So you could make 25% of the $50,000, which is $12,500 just for asking one free question. That's how nice this can work for you. The best we know of is one broker who's triggered leads. He's done 15 of them. He actually made $45,000 doing 15 referrals. And if each referral took him 5 minutes each, that was a total of 75 minutes of his time. We have a saying, I've been a broker for 48 years. There's actually one thing that's actually a little better than listing and selling real estate. It happens to be referrals, because referrals only take 5 minutes to do, and they're averaging $5,000 to $15,000. So now the owner says, I don't want to give you a listing, but you bring me a buyer, I'll pay you a commission. At that point, you're stuck. This is a problem in the real estate industry. It just so happens that ICIWorld has the 100% solution for it, and I'm going to show it to you now. Now, I don't know if I can bring up another window. I don't know if you can see this screen. I opened up my PowerPoint. Can you see it? I don't think so.
No, we can't. You have to just open up another, you have to click on your next window on the top. On
All
the
right,
top bars.
let me see if I'm doing it correctly.
Yeah, now we can see that.
Can you see this now?
Yes.
Okay, so if anybody ever says to you, I want to sell my property, but I do not want to give you a listing, but if you bring me a buyer, I will pay you a commission. Has anybody in the room that's listening now had anybody ever say that to them?
I had it in commercial, usually that's what happens. Yes.
How about builders with condos?
Not exactly.
Is there anyone in the room that ever tried to get a listing where they couldn't get the listing, whether it's a FSBO? Has everyone in the room experienced this? That's what I would like to know, Mushtag, because I can't see what's going on.
No, it's okay. I agree with you. Not everybody is able to talk because they are muted, so sometimes they are talking and you cannot see. But yes, from experience, when we deal with FISBOs, this is something we can get it with FISBO also. I've seen that happening in commercial.
Right. So whenever somebody says, I don't want to give you a listing, where can you see some of these people? I'm asking you all a question now. If you wanted to go to find some FSBOs in the world, where could you go to find some FSBOs?
Well, on the street, but there are some websites also that we can also look for them.
You can go on Facebook. I know there's something on Kijiji as well. Bunch of those websites. That's what
Okay, so who said Facebook? Did somebody say Facebook?
That's fine, from my office, yes.
Facebook has got all kinds of FSBOs.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to give you a tip. You search for the for sale by owner Facebook groups. You go search the for sale by owner Facebook group. Could you do it in LinkedIn?
I don't know. I haven't tried that.
Never tried that.
I've never tried on
Okay, I'm
LinkedIn.
just opening up your mind, people. You go to LinkedIn and you search for sale by owner. Where else can you find? So far, I've got from you Facebook, maybe LinkedIn because I mentioned it. Where else can you find for sale by owner? People trying to sell properties themselves privately.
Kijiji?
Kijiji, I was waiting for that one. Good show. Kijiji basically cuts brokers out of the deal. It allows the public to advertise directly to the public, which kind of cuts brokers out of the deals. That's one good thing that we do not do. This is a broker provided service that would not exist if that was the case, because we are the ones that spend hours and hours and days developing education and knowledge to sell real estate. We learn how to recognize important information that can make you money, and then we put it in one spot, and all of that needs a compensation for all the work you do, and that's what we do for brokers worldwide. And someday, this service we hope to be as popular as MLS itself. Why? Because now you can network information, all the loose information in the marketplace on FISBOs, on Kijiji, on Facebook, on LinkedIn, and all the other places in the newspaper, everything. You could be collecting that information and putting it in this one spot to make it easier for everybody, which is what we do as real estate brokers and salespeople. So you can call up somebody in Kijiji and you can ask them, I'm going to go to the next screen here. Let me see. Oops, I'm clicking the wrong mouse because I got more than one computer. Everyone should take a picture with your camera right now. These are the three key questions that you can ask any business owner, any real estate owner. You can ask developers, builders, people selling a condo for sale privately, people trying to sell their homes. The first question is, will you pay me a commission if I bring you a buyer? Does anyone have any problems with that question?
No.
No,
I got one no.
no,
No.
Another. Okay, I'm going to always look for 3 no's or 3 yeses. Thank you so much, people. I appreciate it. Keep in mind, I am an assistant to 1,000 brokers and salespeople. I'm an assistant for each and every one of you. Even though I've been a broker for 48 years, I specialize in helping brokers and salespeople do nothing but make money using the internet. I'm in a very unique position for the last 24 years where I decided to specialize. It all started out of the Toronto Real Estate Board. You'll read my story later some other time, where we used to stand up in the auditorium at the Toronto Regional Real Estate Board and we would say, I have a buyer for this. And these were in the CCIM meetings, which I'm inviting all of you to come to the CCIM meetings from time to time. You can talk to me one-on-one about what the CCIM can help you do. And basically, we would talk about, I have a buyer for this and I have a seller for this. I couldn't write down fast enough, keep track of them all. That was a big problem. And then what about all the brokers that never attended that meeting? They were missing out on all the haves and wants. And what about the brokers that presented their haves and wants at the meeting? They only had the other people at the meeting to talk to them about it, when really a lot of the people that were not at the meeting maybe had the buyer that they were trying to sell the property for. So people, I recognized back in 1993, even before the internet started, that brokers were missing doing deals. And it stuck with me. It's a burning issue with me ever since then, right to this day, because now we have solved it with the information service, where it's more like a classified ad service when you think about it, because you can put as much or as little information in each message ad. And I'm going to show you in a minute how you can make it compliant with RICO. Anyone listening to this video at a later time, if you're from a different province or a different state, you have licensing bodies in your state. This is being presented, excuse me, in Ontario. And we have a licensing body called the Real Estate Council of Ontario. And I'm going to show them what you must do to stay in compliance with RICO, to follow the guidelines, to follow the code of ethics, and you can make this information in the real estate business work as smooth as a baby's bum. And you'll see it as we finish this in the next 2-3 minutes. The second question you ask the owner, will you give me a 48-hour exclusive listing to show the property once I have a buyer? Any problems with that question for anyone?
No.
I got one no.
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 Okay, thank you so much. So what this really means is that even though we are working information on ICIWorld and we have 40,000 contacts to do business, 75% of them are not on real estate boards. It doesn't mean that we don't put an agreement in place first before showing the property or before divulging information or an address to someone on the property. So in other words, we put agreements in place first before showing or divulging information. Then we ask that bakery owner, that pharmacy owner, that car wash owner, may I advertise your property, but I'm going to do it without disclosing the address. And there's two main reasons for doing that. Here's one of the main reasons. According to the Real Estate Council of Ontario, or any licensing body, I'm sure in other states and provinces, a registrant shall not include anything in an advertisement that could reasonably be used to identify, and it's in red printing, that's the key word, specific real estate unless the owner of that real estate has consented in writing. So if you have a $1.5 million residential home, you can advertise Mississauga, Meadowvale, $1.5 million home, double car garage, ground level family room, granite counters, overlooking ravine lot. You can say all of that without a signed listing. Now, there's a problem. By the way, if you give an address to someone, you're in contravention of RICO number 1. And number 2, the people you give the address to can end up going direct, and you probably will not make a commission because of it. So you now have to protect your information the same way the medical profession, doctors protect medical information, lawyers protect legal information. In our profession, real estate, this is one of the things that you must protect because it's money in the bank. If somebody goes direct, that could be $50,000 out of your pocket. It's like the information you have, people, are like the keys to the bank. If you stood in the front of a bank and you owned the bank, would you leave the door open and let anybody go direct at the money and take it out and walk away? The answer is no, of course. The same thing is true with information. The real estate industry still has to learn this big time. They're still making mistakes. And so what I suggest is that every broker who starts on ICIWorld, make sure that you have a minimum of one 60-minute one-on-one session. It's all included in a membership. And we will make sure that you can network information in a proper form, compliant with RICO, and in such a way that people have to deal with you. Now, once you put the information on ICIWorld, this is what's going to happen. Someone is going to call you and they're going to ask you for the address. Well, you can make a statement. And by the way, you can take a picture with your camera here as well, because the wording on the 3 questions and this wording here is critical that you do it exactly word for word. If you start to change it, especially on the 3 questions, you're going to get a no answer. And I have people that have been members that did not make money. And when I reviewed the 3 special questions, they were not asking the 3 special questions word for word. they were making a mistake. Someday I'll show you what mistakes people make. But right now I want to continue on. So somebody calls you and they say, oh, if you don't mind, I'd like to have the, which bakery is that, or which pharmacy is it, which car wash is it? What's the address of that home? I'd like to drive by with my family first. And if I like it, I will call you back. You make a statement. In this particular case, we have to put an agreement in place first. But if it's okay with you, I can show it to you on Saturday. You come to my office at 12 noon and I will make arrangements for you to see it. And then on Friday, what do? You go get yourself a 48-hour exclusive agreement to cover your showing. If you don't have exclusive agreements now, you can get them in a number of different places. Mushtag, do you have some sample exclusive agreements?
Not right now. Yes, we always have exclusive agreements, but I don't have anything to show right.
Okay, so I'm letting you know that Treb has them in the forms. Aurea has them in the forms.
Yes.
Korea has them in the forms. That's the Canadian Real Estate Association, the Ontario Real Estate Association. When you log into your MLS, you have access to all kinds of different forms. And I'm going to suggest that you review those forms and get one that will cover your a 48-hour exclusive agreement. For the people that are members of the Toronto Regional Real Estate Board, when you go on to Don Mills and you walk in the front door, on the right-hand side, there's some sheets of paper that are exclusive listing agreement forms. Ask the person who works there and they'll show you them all. So you should be carrying these exclusive agreements around with you at all times. It can help you make hundreds of thousands of dollars this next year, starting tomorrow, because tomorrow, if you ask a gas station owner or a car wash owner and he says, bring me in 4.2 million bucks, you can actually put that on ICIWorld right now, and you can end up with a call sometimes within 5 minutes of putting it on. It's that fast sometimes. And bingo, they're going to ask you for the address. You go through all of this, put your agreements in place, make an appointment to show it, and you can be making money, $40,000 by this weekend. Does everybody agree that this is absolutely possible to be doing? Yes or no?
Yes.
I
Yes.
got, yes, I got 2 yeses.
Yes, we got 3 yeses. Now.
Okay, thank you so much. Now you can see all the people that are not attending this session today, what they're missing. It's a little, I'm so glad that you're recording this. It's such a busy world today. We're all inundated and we're all suffering information overload. And people I know are spending a lot of time in social media. It's almost like entertainment, and hours and hours and hours are spent looking at YouTube and everything. By the way, I study YouTube each night, but I'm getting a lecture from Harvard University, Chicago University, and it's almost like I'm taking courses at university. It's amazing when you go to YouTube and you can listen to in-depth recordings and documentaries of various different subject matters. And I'm really enjoying doing that. I actually hardly watch TV. I'm doing most of it now on YouTube, looking to specialize things, including watching the NBA basketball game if I miss it. Okay, so that covers any questions regarding information.
No.
Okay, so we're going to move on. So I'm going to actually close that entirely. And I'd like to go up here. And I know that we're going to do a keyword search for the word daycare, because one of the gentlemen in the audience had a daycare. And I just want to show you, and I'm just going to choose the wants for the daycare. I'm going to expand the age to any age. And I'm going to go ahead and search. And you're going to see that all of these
You want it, but
to be want for daycares. There's 17 buyers of daycares. So if you wanted to get the highest and best price for a daycare, you
sorry,
definitely.
Gary, he has a buyer for the daycare. So we should be looking for one, so we should be looking for have.
Okay, thank you so much. I'm going to hit the back button. First of all, what you should be doing, of course, is posting your want in here as well. and keeping them up to date. And I'll show you, I'm going to choose anybody that searches ICIWorld. The default setting is 3 months. It's important for every member. If you let your listing go longer than 3 months, and then people do a search such as what I just did, look at that. Oh, wait a minute. That's under the haves. This person has actually, oh, wait a minute. What did I do wrong here? Oh, this is actually less than 3 months old, a want, and I click on wanted, and there's only one that's less than 3 months old. Look at that. You should make sure you have your want in here because those other wants were more than 90 days old. They're actually missing opportunities to do deals and they do not realize it. But let's change it to a have. And I'm going to search haves. I'm going to search haves any age because I want to show you how they're on here. And then I'm going to make it only less than 3 months. But I'm going to sort them by price if you notice. And I'm also going to go in here and change the area to Canada and then to Ontario. Business opportunities, daycare, Ontario, Canada, and I'm sorting them by price. Search. And there's some of them right there. What price range were you actually looking for a daycare?
It could be around a million, around there. It has to be, you're looking around towards Toronto.
Okay, I can't hear the price.
1 million.
800,000?
1 million.
Oh, 1 million. Okay. So you do have a couple of choices here. Do you see them?
Yes.
Now, remember, there's something very important that's different from a networking service than a listing service at a real estate board. For instance, when I click on this York Region 1 daycare business, up comes the name of this person here. It's a gentleman at Century 21 Heritage. Now, in this particular case, he might know about this one because he has it. But when you talk to him, is it possible that he might know of other ones that are for sale?
Possible, yes.
So this is really a networking service. ICIWorld does not sell real estate. You, the members, are the member brokers and salespeople are the ones that sell the real estate. So it's up to you to network with these other brokers so that you can find out about other properties that are not on the service, go off and do a deal. And it was all because you made the connection with ICIWorld.
Gary, just a quick question. In this one, have they provided the address?
No. And why do we not put the address? Can anybody answer the question for him?
Oh, yes. No, I got confused. It's the brokerage address, right? They have on there.
Oh, yes, this is the brokerage address.
Okay. And is there a co-op anywhere on there or no? The
No,
commission?
no, this, again, I'm so glad that you're asking that question. It's very important. When you have a networking service, and you can put as little or as much as you want, but keep in mind, a lot of the information on ICIWorld, the broker does not have a signed listing.
Okay, got it.
Now, if you put a picture, let's say you had a $10 million office building and you just say $10 million office building Ontario, and you put a picture of it, does that give it away, yes or no?
Yes. Yes.
The answer yes is correct. Now I'm going to give you another test. If I had an Esso gas station in Lindsay, Ontario, does that give it away?
Yes.
No.
Okay, this is really good when we get yeses and nos, and sometimes I get 50-50 in the audience on a regular basis, even when I have 50 brokers in a room. The answer, yes, is correct. And the reason is there's only one Esso gas station in Lindsay, Ontario.
That's
Interesting.
But even Gary, if there was 3, you could go up to each of them and ask them, hey, were you thinking of selling, right? And narrow
That's
it down
right.
to the
You
one.
can go, people, listen carefully what I'm about to say. On the internet, there's over 5 billion people. I call it an ocean of people on the internet. And I've been here for 24 years on the internet. I live on the internet every day here. And in the ocean of people, there's a lot of sharks. I can tell you now the sharks are swimming around ICIWorld big time, waiting for real estate brokers and real estate salespeople to make a mistake. To give you an example, I had somebody that had a gas station and they said it's on number 7 highway between the 404 and Young Street. Guess what? Some buyers drove on a Sunday afternoon down number 7 asking each gas station owner if they had it available for sale. If I said I had a restaurant at the corner of Dundas and here, Ontario, am I giving it away?
Yes.
I'd like answers from everyone.
Yes.
And
Yes.
and the lady, is she still here?
Yes, yeah, you are giving it
Thank-
away.
Okay, you are all wonderful, wonderful. I'm giving you all credit. You're all picking up on this really good. The reason you are right, even if there are 3 restaurants at that corner, how long does it take for someone to go and speak to 3 restaurant owners? How long would it take?
Half an hour?
Half an hour. You could talk to each one. So people can go behind your back. Remember, information is the gold on the internet. Information is like the commission money that you're going to be making in the future. And if you give access to that information in any way, shape, or form, you have just given them the keys to the bank. And now you got to trust them that they're not going to go behind your back. I'll give you another one. If I said I had a $30 million shopping center in Brantford, Ontario, does it give it away?
Yes.
Yes.
I got 2 yeses. How about the
Could you
other?
repeat it? I'm sorry, I didn't hear.
If I said I had a $30 million shopping center in Brantford, Ontario, does it give it away?
Oh, maybe, I don't know how many
Okay.
shopping centers are there.
Okay, you're on the right track and your thinking is really starting to work good. So I compliment that. The answer is yes, is correct. And the reason is there's only one shopping center that big. So it's easy to find. So you have to be very careful. Now, if I said I had a $2 million shopping center in Peterborough, Ontario, does it give it away?
Probably not, because this is something small for 2 million.
Okay, so I've got 1 no. How about the other 2 gentlemen?
If it was a plaza, I would say yes. It is. I mean, no, but if it's a shopping center, I would say yes.
Okay, so the answer no is probably correct because there's probably a lot of little $2 million shopping centers, neighborhood plazas and all that kind of stuff. Here's another one. If I said I had a 187 unit apartment building in Cambridge, Ontario, does that give it away?
Yes.
I think there's only 3 buildings in Cambridge, so yes.
Okay, actually, how people will find it, believe it or not, we've got several hundred members on ICIWorld. Some of them have a list of every single apartment building in Ontario. They can go to Cambridge, they can look up 187 units and find out which building it is. Can you believe that? I'll give you another one. If I said I had a $15 million property, piece of land in Mississauga with services 1 year away, does that give it away?
No.
I got 1 no.
Nope.
I got 2 no's. How about the other one?
No.
I got 3 no's. It's possible. I'm going to show you why. Someone could go to the planner in Mississauga and say, have you got any piece of land that's maybe 1 to 3 years away? In other words, people can actually go direct to the local planner in that community and maybe find out the owner of that piece of land. Interesting, eh?
Yep.
So in other words, you really got to protect your information. And if you ask me why there's no addresses, this is the reason why there's no addresses on ICIWorld. 90% of our information has no addresses. Now, I also have been a broker. I'm still a realtor. I just passed my commercial course that you have to redo and everything all over again every year, every couple of years. And as far as I'm concerned, even if you have an MLS listing, I'm recommending that you do not put the address on ICIWorld. Does anybody know the reason why?
No, I don't know.
Okay. Have you ever tried to go for a relist on your MLS listing and you're having trouble getting it relisted? Anybody have trouble?
I didn't get the question. What do you mean?
What I'm getting at is if you have an MLS listing and let's say that it doesn't sell, maybe everything's selling in Toronto, I can understand that. But have you ever had a listing that wasn't selling and maybe the people did not want to relist it with you?
Yeah, that's possible.
Okay. Is it possible that somebody found out about that listing for sale and when it expired, they went and talked directly to the owner? Is that possible?
Yes.
Now, you didn't know who it was.
I call you back. I'm in the middle of a meeting.
I'm suggesting that you use classified ads, for instance, as a lead generator, where you can trigger a lead during the term of the listing, identify the people that are interested. Once you identify the person who's interested during the term of the listing, then if you want to give them the address, that's a different story. Because when the listing expires, you have a record of who was interested in it during the term of the listing. Do you all agree or disagree?
Agree.
How is it possible?
Interesting,
I
eh?
think what he's saying is that after when you relist on the MLS, right? You have to get the signatures back.
But how would they know? How would we know that we were interested in that?
Basically, you would, when you advertise a property on ICIWorld, you don't give them the address. If you don't give them the address, who do they have to call?
Call us.
They got to call you.
Right.
And then they have to identify themselves.
Okay.
And then if you want to give them the address, that's up to you if it's MLS.
Okay.
But you don't get it. That's what
Okay.
means.
Okay. Got it. Okay.
You have your suspicion that these
Okay.
four individuals have.
Okay. Got it. Okay. Now I understand.
I'm going to tell you something. This can make you money for the rest of your life, just what I'm sharing with you in the last little while. Now, if you want to review everything that I've done, I'm going to go back to our main website here, which is ICIWorld.com. And so when you can actually add this as a shortcut, you can add ICIWorld.com as a shortcut on your phone, as well as adding the ICIWorld app to your phone. You can do both. The app does not have as much information as what's on here, and the shortcut also does not use up any resources on your phone. But you can go to this button here called For Brokers. And does anyone here have a website beside Mushtag?
Everybody should have it.
And what company do you have your website with?
All the same with Moxie Works, and Children works with only Moxie Works.
Only for like what's the name of the website company?
I didn't. Moxie, yeah.
Oh, everyone has a Moxie website?
Yeah, that's what they usually use.
Okay, very good. So one of the special things that we do for the Moxie website, and I'm going to show you right now, I'm going to click on Add Exclusives. I'm going to open up, here's one by Nina. Nina has a Moxie website. She's Century 21 Leading Edge. You can recognize this website. Very nice website, right? Now, every broker has MLS on their website where you can search the MLS. But if you notice up here, we have a special button here called exclusives. And on the exclusive, we have 7 choices. My haves and wants, which are her haves and wants. Ontario residential, where people can search the latest residential listings. Ontario commercial, where people have all the you can have all the commercial listings in Ontario. You can actually have them on your website. World commercial, business opportunities, and there's even FSBO opportunities as well. But I'm going to click on Ontario commercial for a reason. I'm going to click on that, and you're going to see on her website, the commercial listings come up on her website. Now, if someone is interested in apartment buildings, if you get a buyer and they are interested in apartment buildings, how would you find a buyer for apartment buildings? Well, the next time you're talking to a lawyer, if you're going to collect your commission check or dropping off something, you drove all the way to that lawyer's office. Why not go in the front door, talk to the receptionist and say, listen, I'd just like to speak to the lawyer for 30 to 60 seconds. That's it. And if he comes out and talks to you and say, by the way, thanks for processing that deal for so-and-so. I just wanted to ask you one question. Do you know of anyone looking to buy or sell any kind of real estate in the next 1 to 5 years? And you're going to be surprised. The lawyer might say, well, we have a syndicate that's looking to buy apartment buildings. You can pull out your mobile phone. You open up your mobile website. You click on exclusives. You click on Ontario commercial, and then you click on apartment buildings, and you show this list to that lawyer, and you tell me if this isn't fantastic, where you can have over 100 apartment buildings from $40 million on down. Look at that. You tell me if that isn't incredible. Is that fantastic or what?
Absolutely.
Now, if you have this on your website, you have chances to trigger leads. So if somebody is interested in this one in Toronto, 15-unit apartment building, it gets better. They are going to try to click on that number, but they cannot do it. Hang on one moment. I'm going to stop that. Oh, geez. Hang on 1 second. This is it. Listen, I'm going to have to call you back, okay?
Okay.
I'll call you back.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Thank you.
That's my office on Bloor Street in Toronto calling. Okay, I'm going to call them back after the meeting. There's a listing, and you'll notice that I cannot click on it. Now, I have a question for each and every one of you. If this is on your website and people cannot click on it, who do they have to call?
You,
You should all be answering the word me, M-E. Who do they have to call? If this is on your website. I'm wondering if everyone's understanding this.
Yeah, they should be calling us.
That's right. This is money, people. This is money in your pocket. Now, here's what happens. If somebody calls you on this listing, they're going to say, I'm interested in message number 368739. Can you help me? You should always say, even if you're a residential agent and you don't want to sell these apartment buildings, you should say, yes, I can help you. I will have someone call you back. And then you can get a hold of the other broker who's got that listing. And you can say, I have a lead for you. Is a 25% referral commission okay with you? That's a 5-minute phone call. In this case, if the commission is, I don't care if the commission's only 150,000, say it's only 100,000. That's 50,000 to the listing broker, 50,000 to the selling broker. You would be classed as 50,000 on the selling broker end. You would get 25% of $50,000. That's $12,500 for triggering one lead off your website. We have a special pledge from ICIWorld that you should be triggering leads or doing deals or triggering referral opportunities every 90 days with ICIWorld. Otherwise, you give us a call. You do not let your membership sit. If you have a flat tire in your car, you don't abandon the car, you get the flat tire fixed. We're the flat tire fixers. We can help you get this going. We've had issues getting this technology all working smoothly. Should be a goal for every one of you to make sure it's working smoothly. And then you have a webinar with us, one-on-one workshop. And I have a special checklist where we go over each item to make sure everything's working in place for you. Because all of your website works automatically for you every day, updating itself with new listings daily, and you don't have to do a thing except handle the odd inquiry that comes into you. Someday, when you're retired, someday, if you want to be part-time, all the part-timers in the Mississauga Real Estate Board, or whether you're on the Toronto Real Estate Board, all the part-time people should have this working. It only takes 5 minutes to do a referral. And if you have this on your website, you have a chance to trigger a lead. If you don't have this stuff on your website, all these exclusive opportunities, you have no chance to trigger a lead. Ontario residential, I'll click on that. What comes up is a nice form that people can search. I can search by city, I can search by anything, I can sort them by price. And if I do a search, there are some of the listings being sorted by price under residential. These can all be on your website. If somebody's interested in this 21 acres, they can give you a call. There's a building lot opportunity right there, 1.6 acres. And these are all, different listings in the area. Coming for sale, coming for sale. If you have a property that's coming for sale, why not put it on here? And when somebody calls you, you tell the people that you put their name on a list. And once you get the listing signed, you'll call them back. And they can be one of the first people through the open house or through the house. So this is coming for sale. You can see some of them on here. Look, and gee, look at that. Coming for sale. Okay. So that's how this kind of stuff works. Any questions on these widgets, how they work for you? So to summarize what we've done today, we've shown you how you can have this on your website, the exclusive. We've shown you how to work exclusives, and basically how you put the information on here. You just go to the word login right there on ICIWorld, and directly under here is your assistance right here. Make an appointment and use the Zoom meeting. We'll be connected within 30 seconds. And this is where you manage your listings. And this is where your executive members services is, where you can log in, where you can renew, join, and then you click on the add have want. When you click on add have want, you can, I'm going to change this and I'm going to log in. A nice form comes up. I'm going to hit the back button twice. That's what we always have to do. Then you click on add have once again. Once you're logged in, the form comes right up. Now, somebody wanted a daycare center. You could type in wanted daycare. Actually, you would say, how far did you want that daycare center? How far away?
It's in Toronto, basically, so it'll be in Scarborough, most likely, but,
Toronto and Mississauga?
No,
And then
in Toronto. Scarborough, no, not Mississauga,
Oh, not Mississauga, sorry. Okay.
just Toronto or Scarborough.
Okay, there we go. Wanted Toronto, Mississauga Daycare Center. And then you choose Canada, you choose Ontario, you choose Greater Toronto. Now, if it's in Toronto, I would choose Etobicoke as well, right? I would also choose, I don't know, how about Markham Thornhill?
Scarborough, it's right.
Scarborough, his main target is Scarborough. If there is Scarborough there.
All right, let's go down further. We want Scarborough.
Yeah,
So
there is.
Scarborough, and then you can choose Toronto. And then you change the have to a want, and then you choose business opportunities. And then you click on here, daycare center. And then you can say Toronto, and then you can skip the price maybe, or you can put it in. You can put the minimum and maximum price. You go right down to the bottom of the page and you submit the information. And when you submit it, what does it look like? I'm going to click on latest world commercial. Here's the latest listings that are coming in. And if you want to see the wants, these are some of the wants that are coming in. So your listing would appear right at the top if it came in. Okay, so you can see how the wants can go on very nicely, and you can add the haves on very nicely as well. And then once you become a member, you can also go to our Facebook page. And when we click on Facebook Ontario, you can actually come down here and you can start to see all the new listings coming in. You can post your listings on our Ontario Commercial Real Estate Facebook page if you're a member. And you can see all the new listings coming in. Okay. All right. And so there's other things that we do to help you. But the most important thing, get these exclusive buttons working on your website. If you want, I can share with you what it would cost. There's a special today if you wish. Is anyone interested in that special?
If anybody's interested, you have to turn on your microphone. You are muted.
I'm muted.
No, everybody else has been muted.
Oh, everybody else is muted. Okay,
Well,
so I didn't talk from anybody. You can go to the main website anytime. And to join ICIWorld is if you click on the word join, if you're interested. And you can see that it's $319 per year or $40 per month. However, we have something special for all members that when a member refers you to join ICIWorld, you can join for $240. So you can actually join for $240 for 1 year. And where you can do that is right here under corporate. And you can mention Mushtag's name. If you mention Mushtag because he is a member, you can get it for $240.
Gary, I
But
put the link in the chat. It's on the
okay.
chat.
And then in addition to all of what I've been telling you, we supply every member with an extra special link that if you join through the link that we supply to a member, we can give you 1 year and 3 months. And Mushtag has the link that if you get the link from Mushtag, you can join for 1 year and 3 months for $240. That's basically about $13 per month to join. Now, your renewal rates will all be $319 per year, but if you refer one other person to join, your renewal rate can reduce to $240. And if you get additional people joining, we add 3 months onto your membership for each one.
So by count of members, if anybody's interested, we have Tina, Hanadi, Khalid, Bruce, Pauline, and we have Tracy here and Osman. Please, if you can put it in chat, if anybody's interested, let us know by number if who's interested to join us.
I notice, Mushtag, that the link is there for the USA. Make sure you choose Canada.
Okay.
Because in the United States, it's $319 US to join this service in the United States and the rest of the world. But in Canada, it's Canadian dollars. So you will all have Canadian dollars here today if you're in Canada. And it's $240. Or we have a $30 per month plan too, if you wish to get started. If you want to do just $30, and you can stop anytime you wish. And when you start with $30, you get all the links to go on your website as well. You're treated as a full member, no questions asked. The $30 per month is actually renewable. You would have to call us to stop it. The yearly payment is not renewable automatically. you have to renew it each year yourself with a credit card. And then what you do is you just make an appointment with us. You come to login. And when you come to this login page, once you're a member, make an appointment with us 10 minutes before your time, click on the Zoom meeting, and then we're going to go through the services here for you. Make sure you read our pledge. And in fact, if I was to click on that, this is a very special pledge to the whole industry that no member should go longer than 90 days without doing business, either a deal or a referral, or triggering leads that you feel will lead to doing a deal. Otherwise, you give us a call and give us a chance to help you. We have a special checklist that we go through, and we actually always find that there is something that could have been done that was missing, probably because everybody's really busy. We also have instructions, step-by-step, numbers 1 to 15. You can click on this orientation PDF file, and you'll notice that there's, when you click on the PDF file, you can print this out, and it's instructions on how to do everything on ICIWorld. It's called our orientation file. And it's step-by-step instructions that are all printed out. And if you print it out, it's 8 pages. If you print double-sided, it's 4 pages each. I'm going to click on that to reduce it. How to place a want, how to place a have. And there's 4 webinars here. One of them is how to promote your website. And what we have a statement that we make that every single member, it's absolutely inevitable for every member to do a deal or a referral. And the reason is that the links that are on your website can trigger it unless you have little or no traffic going to your website. So we're going to help you, teach you how to help you promote your website. And then these webinars on demand, if you want to review and learn in depth and detail all about our what we're teaching here, you click on this webinars on demand for every member, and you'll see that there's webinars on demand and a featured video, and you click on this go to stage. When you click on that, you'll see a special channel come up that has broker tools and education, how to work real estate, have and want opportunities. And it's one thing to have technology, but it's quite another thing to learn how to make money, which is what we specialize in. You can have all the tools, technology tools you want in the world. But in my opinion, it's the listings that you have on your website that triggers the leads. You can have a $30,000 website. If you don't have the listings on your website, why would anybody want to call you? They're looking for listings. Secondly, to network information, right now, everyone is restricted. You've got to have a signed listing to put it on the Toronto Real Estate Board. Well, on ICIWorld, you do not have to. You can work information as long as you do it in a professional manner in compliance with RICO. These are the featured videos that you should listen to. Listen to at least one of these, whatever you do. Listen to one of these featured videos, and you will have the information that can help you make money with information and double your income, triple incomes. I've seen it happen. And how do I see it? And you're going to see there's a lot of other real estate boards that we've done seminars for, real estate associations, and we got wonderful comments after every single one of these. We have a list of comments that you can read later, how brokers have really appreciated what we're trying to do. This is my contribution, our contribution to the real estate industry to help all real estate brokers in the world network and do business. And later on, we'll show you how to do other things too. We have an educational YouTube channel. I have a networking showcase you can listen to later. And social media, we have all of that. You can subscribe to receive the listings daily. Once a day, it's called a digest. And if you don't have a website, we have something special for your website as well. Testimonials, yes, we've got actually more testimonials probably than members. If I was to click on testimonials, you'll see here, I mean, this one broker right off the bat, he's done over 30 deals right there. And we've got all kinds of other brokers that are doing deals. You can read them all. It's all published online. You can see it. This proves, in my opinion, that every single broker can be doing business here. And so I pledge myself to every single one of you to help you do business here. And if you're not, you give us a chance to help you. Thank you very much for the opportunity to share this all with you today. I look forward to helping you in the future. And that's it for me for today, unless you have, you can open it up to questions and answer if you like, Mushtaq.
Thank you very much, Gary. I have Hanadi. She said that she would like to have the information on an email. Hanadi, I will try to send you the email. I will send you the link. If there's anything else you need, please get back to me. This is Mushtaq Sayed, the manager at the Scarborough office of our company. So if you don't get my message, you can reach out to me. Anybody else has any questions? Any interest in there? So that let's talk about it if you have now. Otherwise,
I have one last thing that can sometimes be kind of fun. But I'll wait for the last question.
sure. So we have Iqbal, Khalid Iqbal, Bruce, Pauline, and anybody of you, Tracy or Usman, any questions? Pauline, I can see that you wanted information. What I like, we have the link right here on the chat. What other information would you like to have? You can ask the questions if you wish to.
Okay, I'm gonna give everyone one more little incentive. I like to have fun getting people started and not wasting time. And I'm gonna offer an extra on the special that you get from Mushtag is 1 year and 3 months. But if anybody joins today only, please do not ask me and embarrass me by asking me tomorrow. But if you join today, I will personally add 3 months extra onto your membership in order to get you really rocking and rolling here. But it has to be done today. It's verbal from me. You would have to make an appointment and trust me to give it to you on your first appointment. So I'm actually, Mushtaq, going to offer an extra 3 months here today for anyone that joins today from your link.
So you mean they're going to pay $240 for 1.5 year?
That is correct.
That's awesome. Anyways, guys, it's your call. I just brought this as an opportunity for you guys. $240 for a year and a half is a great deal. And I personally want to testify that I have been using Gary's website long back when I was selling, and I did definitely make money out of it. And I stopped it because I was not selling and I did not want to market myself. But I recently did it because I had a couple of listings in commercial, and guess what? The moment he helped me put the listing up, I got the call from the agent in my own office, right next door to me in my office. We
That
never discussed it about it in person, and then I got a call right from him. So of course there is possibility of getting leads. There's a lot of incentive that you can have it when you want to market yourself. Even if you are trying to do door knocking, this is something like doing a door knocking throughout the world. It's not just within Toronto or GTA or Ontario, but you are providing yourself. And if you have that link on your website, that's where people will start getting it. Even if you have no listings, they will probably you can get leads from there. So I think it's a great value, but I did not do it for any of my personal reasons. I'm here to bring some value to you, and that was the only purpose of getting this uh, uh, presentation for you all, so that you can take advantage of it. Anybody interested, please contact me or contact Gary directly, and we'll go from there. So, Pauline, what information are you looking for other than the link I've already provided on the chat? Can you speak up?
Hi, Mushtaq. Hi, everybody.
Yes.
Hello.
Actually, I just wanted to reiterate this information to my business partner. So, we could take a look at it and decide together.
I'm glad you brought that up because whoever is going to be making the $50,000 commission from the sale of a property has to be a member. So some people ask me, if I can share it with someone else in the office, and the answer is each person that is going to be making money from the sale of ICIWorld. That's the only stipulation we have, that they each have to be a member. So fathers and sons, partners, team players, whoever's going to be sharing the commission on the sale of a property has to be a member. Just to let you know.
So I understand, Pauline, you want to involve your partner, and as far as it is something that you are the one, because I know your partner is not a part of the real estate, you can have a discussion with him, and you can, like, the website information is right here, which he has given it, ICIWorld.com. I think that would suffice you to look at it, and if you need more information, get in touch with me. And the offer he's giving you is only for today, so you can get extra 3 months, as it is giving you for 1 year and 3 months, 15 months. You're getting it with this link, which I have put it on the chat.
Okay.
You can get back to me as soon as possible, and I will help you whatever information you need to get on.
Okay. I was asking, will a copy of this webinar be on the drive?
It is in the office right now. I can share that with you.
Okay.
I'm recording it, so I'm going to stop recording in a short time. And
Okay.
the problem is that I'm still technically, I don't know, I've been doing it in the boardroom's computer. So I will see if I can share it or not. I'm not sure, but I will try my best to share it with you.
Okay, please do.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I'm going to ask you one more question, Mushtag, and thanks everyone for the opportunity. I have a video here. I want to know if you can hear it in the office, okay? I'm going to play this video.
Sure.
I want to know if you can hear it, okay? Here goes. Did you hear that?
No, we saw the video. Just let it play for a few more seconds.
Could you hear anybody speaking?
No.
No.
Okay, so that means that this was not speaking. I think I know what I have to do. I have to get the link for this video. Copy the link. I don't know if this is it. Just let me try it. Hang on one second. Yeah, this is the link. Okay, you can't hear that, right?
No.
Okay, now I'm going to go into, hang on one second. I think there's a way that I can share. No, how do I share the video?
You just, if you want to share the link, then copy it and then put it on the chat. I'll try to see if I can play it from my side.
Oh, okay, hang on one second. Let me see. There's the chat window. Okay, to everyone, enter the chat message here. Okay, now, before you all play it, my question is, how can I play this video for everyone using WebEx? If we don't know the answer today, maybe I can learn from you, Mushtag, how we can play. I want to play the video so that everybody can hear it.
1 second, hold on.
Let's talk about the IDX and IDX license. Powered by ICIWorld.
Can you take it over and try to play it?
Just bear with me 1 second. I will share my screen and play it from here, let's say. Okay.
Most of us live in.
Let me know if everybody can hear it.
It allows you to also work globally.
No, it's not playing on our computers.
Paulie?
Contact could be just.
Alan, Bob,
It could be from somewhere across the nation.
No, I can't hear it.
please unmute yourself and let me know if you can hear.
But how about this one?
Okay, so you can stop it for a moment. Everybody got the link so they can play it themselves, so that's good. But in the future, I wouldn't mind learning how I can play it and have everyone hear it. But I have to go now as well. We actually are doing another seminar and for 50 people actually. And I just really enjoyed being with you today, Mushtag, and everyone that's in the meeting. And I look forward to meeting all of you. And thank you very much for the opportunity to speak with you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Gary. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Okay, all the best.